Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be ranking the top 10 best shooting guards in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM, but not including gambling cards. So these are only shooting guards that you can attain, or maybe could have attained, in MyTEAM without gambling. So that is the distinction that I have decided to make with these lists, as y'all have probably seen already with the point guard position. I am now going to be doing two separate positional lists, including gambling only cards and not including those cards. So yeah, I think that's a good way to do these lists. And for this one, we're going to be doing the non-gambling shooting guards. So before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Help me push towards the 25,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day and would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. Starting off with number 10, which is going to be Michael Cooper. Michael Cooper is a really good option at the shooting guard position. I think he's a pretty versatile option in terms of his defense and his shooting. He's a really great shooter, and he's a really great defender as well. I will say the shooting badges don't like jump off the page at you as being incredible, and he's pretty athletic as well. 95 driving dunk, half fast twitch, precision dunker, posterizer, but he's not much for playmaking, I would say. Badges, I guess, are okay, but in general, I don't think he's all that good of a playmaker. Defensively, he is phenomenal. That is where he really derives most of his value, is how elite he is in the defensive end of the court, even with unmovable enforcer. He's a phenomenal defender. He's a very long defender, and he's got an absolutely phenomenal release as well. So he is an absolutely money 3-and-D card at the shooting guard position. He doesn't give you a ton else besides that, but he gives you a ton of defense, and he's going to shoot the ball at a very high level. Number 9 is going to be Vince Carter. Really good all-around shooting guard. Just a complete card with a solid release who can put the ball on the floor pretty well, dunk the ball at a high level, and defensively, he's not going to be the best, but he also will not be a liability on that end of the court. Very solid all-around card, yes. Not sure, in all honesty, he does anything besides slash the ball at quite a high enough level to be like the best of the best. He is a very good shooter, and he's a solid playmaker, sure. Great stats all around, all that, but releases only on normal. His SIGs aren't top tier. His fade is very nice, but defensively, he's also not like the best of the best. This card, animation-wise, could probably use a little bit of work. I don't know if Vince Carter cards are ever like that great in my team the last couple of years either, but I think that card's pretty good. I liked him when I used him. At this point, there are some better shooting guards in my opinion. Like, I'd probably use Cooper over Vince simply because Cooper is free and Vince is not, unless you, I guess, got him from leveling up on the seismic wheel spin that was available, because then you might have him for free. Overall, though, really solid card. Just not worth his actual price, I would say. Chris Middleton is number 8 on this list. I like this Middleton card, and the main reason I really like him is because he's an exceptional shooter with tray fade, and he's a versatile defender. He's a really nice 3-hunting PG, or not PG, shooting guard in my opinion, because of that tray fade and actually having pretty solid SIGs as well. Really helps him out on the offensive end of the court to be very capable there. He's not the best slasher in the world. He's decent, but certainly not amazing. Doesn't have precision dunker, posterizer, or rise up at all. And playmaking wise, same thing. Like I said, it's not the best of the best, but pretty versatile, pretty good defender, and a great shooter with the tray fade makes him a really good card. I like him a lot. I think number 8 is still a very fair spot. Number 7 is going to be Brent. Money release, really nice behind the back, super athletic, pretty good defender, really good all-around card. I was very surprised, honestly, how solid he was. Solid defensively, 6'7", really great shooting badges, super athletic with a 98 driving dunk, and like I said, big size at the shooting guard position at 6'7", and a really good release as well. I honestly underrated this card at first when he came out, and then I used him and realized how good he actually was. This Brent card is a really good option at the shooting guard position in my team as an athletic, versatile offensive shooting guard with a lot of good capabilities. Number 6 is Kawhi Leonard, really mainly for the 3-and-D value, but I do think Kawhi athletically gives you a good amount, and he has a really nice fade as well and can attack the rim at a decently high level. So he has half speed booster, blow by, bulldozer and posterizer, catch and shoot corner specialist, limitless range, and then everything else is defensive, but he's an elite level defender. He's got a movable enforcer, some of the best defensive stats in the game. 90 driving dunk, 94 speed, 94 3-ball, really good, versatile option at the small shooting guard position, or really the small forward position as well, but in this video at the shooting guard position. He's still a great card. I don't think people are quite as much using Kawhi as they have in the past, but he's still an awesome option. His release is very nice. His SIGs could probably be a little better, but overall, he's a really good card, and I think number 6 is a pretty fair spot. Number 5 is going to be Danny Green. This card is such a dog. Oh my goodness, I just realized I forgot somebody. I'm just realizing I completely forgot somebody. He's going to go with this one spot above Danny Green. So you know what? This is actually a top 11, because Danny Green is going to go number 6, actually. Y'all will see what I mean. But 6'6", 6'11" wingspan, 88 speed, 88 excel, 85 driving dunk, really good shooter and defender. You look at this card, though, and you go, is he even any better than Michael Cooper? And on paper, maybe not. The thing that makes this Danny Green card ridiculous is hardened behind the back, D-book dribble style, Kemba escape. That is 3 top-of-the-line Elite 6, not to mention an amazing release as well. This card is one of the best 300s in the entire game because of how good his release is and how good his SIGs are. If you upgrade some of his playmaking and finishing badges, add handles for days, maybe add 1 or 2 Hoffs if you have them, he is one of the most versatile playmakers at the shooting guard position in the game, not to mention still being a really, really good elite, well-rounded defender at the shooting guard spot. I think he's that good, and I honestly don't think I'm overranking him. Number 6 spot's pretty fair. Number 5 is going to be Paul George, PG-13. Paul George is really, really good. He's basically Kawhi, except I think a little bit better. He's 6'9" instead of 6'7", or I guess 6'8", I guess in the in-game 6'11" wingspan. He's got a bigger player, but he doesn't have movable enforcer, which Kawhi does have. That's like one small deterrent, but I do think he's probably a little bit better as a playmaker. Release-wise, they're very similar, both very athletic. You could really, I think, probably flip those guys around relatively easily. But in all honesty, I like PG having pro dribble style as well. I think movement-wise, he's just a little better. I like the card a ton. I think he does a ton of things well, and I think he's number 5. Number 4, Franz Wagner. This card's a stud. Do not sleep on Franz Wagner. He's the one that I forgot, by the way, that I realized I had forgotten. A 6'10" small or shooting guard with a 7'1" wingspan. Hot spots from everywhere. Admittedly, the finishing and shooting badges take up most of his hops, but he does have blow-by speed booster, clamps, and glove as well. He's a pretty versatile defender. And at 6'10", you don't have to have like the greatest defensive stats and badges in the entire game. He has the most size of any shooting guard in my team. He is a very, very athletic card with a fast, smooth release and D-book dribble style. May not be the best shooting guard in the game, have the best SIGs or the best defensive stats and badges, but he is near the top of the list, and his size, combined with still having a very good release, still having a go-to dribble move or two, and being versatile and pretty complete stat and badge-wise, makes him one of the best cards in the game for sure at the shooting guard position. Easily one of the best. Number 3 is going to be Allan Houston. This Allan Houston card is tough. He is so tough. He is amazing at the shooting guard position. I think he's one of the best free cards in the game right now. 6'6", 6'9" wingspan, athletic, versatile finisher, Huff bulldozer, posterizer, precision dunker, 90 driving, like elite shooting badges, and a top tier 3 ball. 94 speed, great playmaking badges include blow by handles for days and speed booster, as well as 94 feet, anchor, clamps, glove, rights to gripper. He doesn't have a movable enforcer, but so don't like most of the cards on this list. Not that big of a deal. Release is Corey Kispert based Kelly Thompson upper, which is already a cash money release, but then it's on very quick. He's got Pro 2 fade, which is one of the best fades in the game. Kobe dribble style, Steph escape, great behind the back, and a good drag back. He moves phenomenally well. He is an elite slasher, an elite shooter, and a really good versatile defender as well. Great playmaking ability. He's one of the best point guards in the game, or shooting guards in the game. Honestly, you could make an argument for him as even higher than this parlay, but I think top 3 for sure. That's at the very minimum. Kobe is still number 2 for me. Kobe is so darn good. Even to this day, Pink Diamond Kobe is still one of the best cards in the game. And the card's been out for over 3 months. Really, I mean, he's been out for almost 4 months at this point, 3.5 months, and still is one of the best cards in the game. Incredibly complete, incredibly versatile, amazing animations, one of the best releases in the game. Great shooting ability, pretty versatile defender, super duper athletic, puts the ball on the floor at a high level with a great dribble style, escape, solid behind the back, not the best. Drag back definitely gets the job done. His fade is top tier. He is still one of the best cards in the game, still one of my favorite cards in the game, and definitely number 2 on the list to me. But I will say number 1 I actually think is this Grant Hill card. This card is so good. He is 6'8" with Kyrie dribble style, Kemba escape, a really good behind the back, in addition to being an absolutely phenomenal slasher, having Pro 2 fade, a release on very quick that's a really good release, and one of the most complete sets of stats and badges of any card in the game at the shooting guard position. 90 plus in every important stat. Amazingly versatile badges all the way around. Still doesn't have movable enforcer, but to be fair, there's only like 2 cards on the list that do. So not that torn up about that badge, but in general, I think he's just so complete and so good. And then he's got top tier animations with Kyrie dribble styles, Kemba escape, that type of stuff, really good behind the back, that it just becomes really hard to justify him as not one of the best shooting guards in the game. And I think the best of the non-gambling cards in my team right now. Collected level reward for 1,800 player cards, admittedly, is not a particularly attainable card for the majority of the community. But yes, he is non-gambling only. And so he does fit the restrictions, I guess, of this list. So that is going to do it for this video. I hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.